Well, my week 3 carnivore results are in. And while there wasn't much progress this week, there was still progress. So I'm pretty excited about that. Also, I had some technical difficulties this week, which I'll explain shortly. And I'll do all that in this episode of Chanisthenics.
Chanisthenics. Unlock the retro you now.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Chanisthenics. Of course, I'm Chan. And here at Chanisthenics, we use proper nutrition and at-home exercises, all in an effort to help you unlock the retro you now. Now, in today's episode, we are going to cover my week 3 carnivore results, but before we do that, I do have a disclaimer. I recorded this video and lost all the footage. So if this looks like it's better than normal week 3 results, that's because it is. This is weeks later. So anyway, my progress pics though for week 3 did not get lost. So those will be accurate, which I'll show later in the video. So again, the week 3 progress pics are accurate, and where I lost the footage, I'm refilming this whole episode so I can get you guys the week 3 carnivore result update. So let's hop right into this one now that we've got that stuff out of the way. Hey, I do want to try a new format on these videos. So this week I'm going to jump right into my results. Then I'll show you what I did during the week to get there. And instead of saving my results to the end, I want to just jump right into it and then again show how I got there. So let's go ahead and start doing that now. All right, everybody, it's time for my results for my week 3 carnivore diet. So what changed this week? Normally there's 3 metrics that changed. Normally it's my body weight, the measurement around my belly, and my waist. Now this week only 2 of them changed. The first one was my body weight. Week 2 I weighed 208 pounds. This week I weigh 206. So I lost 2 pounds in a week. And that's actually a total weight loss of 12.5 pounds over a 3-week period, which is pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. The measurement around my belly in week 2 was 41 inches. And in week 3 it was exactly the same. I didn't lose anything around my belly. Now, this next measurement around my waist, I actually measured it 3 times and got the same thing. So in week 2 it was 39.5 inches around my waist, and now at week 3 it's at 39. So I lost half an inch around my waist, which is spectacular. So I have lost in 3 weeks a total of 12.5 pounds of body weight. I've lost 4.5 inches around my belly, and I've lost 2.5 inches around my waist, which is spectacular. So again, any of you guys thinking of doing this, I think you should seriously consider it. You really should. So now that we see what the results are, here's what I did every day during the week to net these results. There's going to be lulls in the action when you do this. I remember when I lost 63 pounds in 7 months when I first did keto ever. Now, I did it for longer than that, but my weight loss stopped there, and I kind of wanted it to. I was glad. That's what I weighed all through high school, was 165 pounds. Got down to 164 and a half over a 7-month period. Again, it was a total weight loss of 63 pounds. Now, there were times when I weighed myself, I had gained weight along the way. So don't get discouraged if something like that happens. Because that'll go up and down and it'll fluctuate. And really, at the end of the day, we want body composition changes. So eventually, I do want to weigh more than I weighed in high school. I'd like to be 175, 185, but have way more muscle on my frame after I work out and start eating more and things like that. But again, those are videos for down the road. But I just want to say, if you step on the scale and there's something goes up when you're expecting it to go down, don't worry about that. Your weight will fluctuate, and it's no big deal. Just stick with just stay the course, and things will happen. Now, if it don't after a while, then you may want to evaluate. Hey, I've been tracking these things. Here's what I probably should have done different to make my weight loss continue, if that's what you're wanting. But anyway, those are thoughts for another day. So let me hop into this and explain to you what I did during this week to lose 2 extra pounds. And again, I'm starting to feel better. I do feel better overall as far as my energy levels, but I'm starting to get more sick. There was somebody at work who was sick, and came in, and I think I had something that was like a head cold, and now I've got a much worse head cold. It's starting to worsen. So hopefully this week it'll get better. But as of now, it's getting worse. I'm more congested. I'm coughing a lot, sneezing a lot. So we'll see how that goes. But let's take a peek at what I did all this week to get the results I did get. All right, everybody. So here's my recap of what I did all this week. So day one, I only had one meal at 3:45 p.m. I had a ribeye cooked in bacon grease, seasoned with salt and pepper. I had 4 bottles of water that day. And for exercise, I cut the grass and used the weed eater on a small yard and just my normal activity. Sleep, I got 7 hours, but it's NST, or not straight through. When you see that on these slides, that's what I mean by NST, just not straight through. But probably the best night of sleep I've got since I started Carnivore. And how I felt, well, I felt much better. My drainage is starting to go away a little bit. I am coughing some. I do have some pressure behind my eyes, and I did feel a little fatigued after cutting the grass. And I did go and have one of those carnivore poos slightly on day one. On day two, I only ate once. I ate at 7 p.m. Again, I had a ribeye cooked in bacon grease, seasoned with salt and pepper, 4 bottles of water. Exercise was none or normal activity. Again, 7 hours of sleep, but not straight through. And finally, no drainage. That was great. And then how I felt great, no fatigue and no drainage. As far as the carnivore poo goes, I had none at all. Day 3 of week 3, I only ate one meal. At 8:30 p.m., I had 3 scrambled eggs and half a pound of sausage seasoned with salt and pepper. And the sausage I used was from the local meat shop. It wasn't something I bought at the store, just as a special note. I had 3 bottles of water. Exercise was none or normal activity. Sleep, 6 hours, but again, not straight through. How I felt better. As far as going to the bathroom, I did have to wake up in the middle of the night with a carnivore poo. Day 4 of week 3. I actually ate twice today. I ate my first meal at 12:30 p.m. I had 3 scrambled eggs and half a pound of sausage seasoned with salt and pepper. Meal 2 was at 8:15 p.m. Well, meal 1 was at 12:30 p.m. Meal 2 was at 8:15 p.m. I had half a pound of bacon with a 1 pound ribeye cooked in bacon grease, seasoned with salt and pepper. 4 bottles of water. Exercise was none or normal activity. Sleep, 8 hours of sleep, and slept well, but I did wake up having to go to the bathroom in the middle of my sleeping time, like right in the middle of the night. How I felt pretty good all day. Obviously, the carnivore stuff got me. Probably about 6 hours after my meal, I think I ate too much fat, and that's what caused it. Had the ribeye, which was pretty fatty, and I had the bacon, so I think that was what caused my upset stomach, and that was on day 4. Now on day 5, I only had one meal. I ate at 9 p.m. that evening. Again, 1 pound ribeye cooked in bacon grease, 4 bottles of water. Exercise was none or normal activity. Sleep, 7 hours, but not straight through. How I felt good all day. As far as carnivore poo goes, I didn't go at all. And day 6, I had one meal. I had 1 pound of sausage seasoned with salt and pepper, and I scrambled and mixed up 6 eggs and cooked it in leftover grease from the sausage. So that was delicious. Now, special note here, I ended up eating, I actually made twice that, but I only ate about half of it. And last time I did, I actually made it in the bacon grease from making the bacon. I didn't remove any of the bacon grease to a jar to keep later on for cooking. This time I did, and it didn't bother my tummy. So I think that confirmed my theory that the previous day when I had to wake up in the middle of the night and do that, I had actually ate too much fat. So anyway, I had 4 bottles of water. Exercise was none or normal activity. Sleep, I got 7 hours, but not straight through. How I felt great. And no poo. Now, on day 7, meal 1 was at 3 p.m. I had a 1-pound ribeye cooked in bacon grease. I had a snack. I normally don't snack at all. I usually just eat a second meal, but it's like I wasn't hungry enough for a meal, but I did have a little bit of hunger, so I had a snack at 5:25 p.m. I had about a quarter pound of bacon and 3 eggs. I only had 2 bottles of water that day, and as far as exercise, it was none or normal activity. As far as my sleep goes, I got 7 hours. I actually slept for 6, but then I woke up having to pee. Now, this is the first time I've had to do this since the first several days of transitioning from burning carbs for fuel to burning fat for fuel. And but I literally was thirsty and drank 2 bottles of water, and then I got tired and I went to bed. So I literally drank 2 bottles of water and went to bed. So that's why I had to wake up to pee. But I slept for 6 hours, and then went to the bathroom, then slept another hour and had to get up for the day. So it wasn't all that bad. I still got some good sleep. As far as how I felt great. After I woke up, I did have to go to the bathroom slightly on that day, and there you go. That's the summary of how I got my week 3 carnivore results. All right, everybody, time for my least favorite part of these videos, and that is showing my progress pics. Now, remember I told you I did lose the footage and had to refilm everything, but these pics are actually accurate, so I did not lose these pics. So these progress pics are awful, but at least they're current. So I can't wait till I start getting in shape, start working out, start losing all this visceral fat. Then this might be one of my favorite parts of the videos. Until then, I hate these. Hey, and there you have it. There's my week 3 carnivore results, as well as what I did all during the week to gain those specific results. And let me know what you guys are doing as far as your weight loss goes. Have you guys tried the carnivore diet? Are you doing it yet? If so, what week are you on? What day are you on? What are you eating? So far, I've been eating mostly the same stuff, and I love it. Plan on continuing to do that, like I've said in just about every video I've done during the course of this. I am possibly looking at mixing things up after week 4, but I'll get into that when we get to that video. That's a week or so away, so we'll hold off on that, and I'll give you my thoughts on that when we get to that point. And as always, if you found value in this video, one of the biggest compliments you can pay us here at Chanisthenics is by clicking that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell. And that way, every time we drop a new video, you'll be alerted instantly. And you can go check it out and follow us along in this weight loss journey and hopefully start your own. And really appreciate every one of you all tuning in. Your support means the world to me, and can't wait to keep this going and add more videos, more different types of content, hopefully interviews with experts in the future. Of course, nutrition and fitness videos are right around the corner, especially the nutrition videos. I mean, the recipe videos is what I meant to say. And I'll have those right around the corner. So stay tuned. And again, as always, thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next week when we celebrate the 1 month of carnivore. Can't wait. So this should be awesome. So thanks again.